When you're in Illustrator, the first thing that's important, you should have created your file first in Illustrator, so it should be a 2 foot by 1 foot page. The first thing you want to make sure is that copy your document that you've created, edit copy, and put it into the ULS template. The ULS template you should find on the desktop. So let's just say you created this document over here, somewhere else. You copy it, edit copy, and then go to the ULS template and say edit paste, paste in place, and then that should copy your file that you created into the ULS template. The reason we're doing this is because we know that the color formats and everything are correct in here. Once you select your stuff, first thing you want to make sure is that your stroke, I don't know if you can zoom in there, that your stroke is up here is 0.01, because that's the only thing the laser cutter is going to read, so 0.01. The next thing you want to do is select your files that you've done in Illustrator and go down here to the, down here, you want to make sure the outside is blank, and if it's got a color in it, let's say like this, then just click this button here so that it's blank, and then this one, you want to double click on it and make sure that it's RGB red. So again, I'll do that again. You want to click here and then go to color swatches and you go to RGB red. And remember that everything has to be highlighted first. So red is for cutting, black is for engraving. And in our case, we want to cut this. If you wanted to engrave something, you would have done the same thing. You would have double-clicked this, and you would have gone to color swatches, and you would have gone to black, which should be the very top, black. But in our case, we're cutting. We'll say OK. Once you've done that, if it's 0.01 and red, you just say File, Print. Hit Print. And it'll automatically send it to the laser cutter. So the way you do that is to open up the laser cutter window. If you go to the corner here, you click on this. It'll open up your ULS interface. Once you have this open, you can then turn on the laser cutter. And there's a power button over here. Okay. So put your material in. So I'm going to find some cardboard. I'm going to put it in here. Make sure it lines up with the bed. You'll notice that quite often, depending on what material you use, this one kind of, it actually is slightly, I guess bent, because it's kind of warped, yeah? So the first thing you want to do is you want to measure the distance between the laser, which is this thing over here, this box, and the material, because that's going to get you the finest cut. So the way we do that is we go back to the interface over here, and we use this button here, which is the one next to the magnifying glass. Once you click that, click anywhere on your sheet and it'll take the laser to where you want it to be. You then take this tool over here, instead of the purple 3D printed tool. We put it on our material. And what you're looking for is you want the bottom of this tool, you can kind of see the bottom over here, this thing here, to line up with the bottom of the housing that houses the laser cutter. So in our case, we can see that it's too high. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down the bed. So we're going to click the down button over here on the side, and we're going to drop down the bed until it fits snugly under the housing. That looks pretty good, yeah. Yeah, so like that, you can kind of see that. So that needs decently calibrated. Then we can remove this. You'll notice when the cover is up, you'll see a red dot over there, and that lets you pinpoint where you're going to cut. So then we're going to go back to this document over here. And the first thing that's important to see is to see where the boundaries are. So if you look, we've got a red line here, so I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to see that the boundary of that box is here. So it's just on the cardboard, so it should be fine printing. And the boundary on this side is over here. So I click that. And I look and see, I can see that it's just on the cardboard as well, so it should cut fine. If there was any mistake, if you wanted to move it around, like it was just off, there's two ways to do this. You can literally move your material a little bit to adjust it that way. Or you can go over here, and let's just say I wanted to move it slightly more to the right. Again, I'm on this tool over here. I go to my crosshairs over here, click on that. I see where it goes to on the laser, and then I go over here to the the relocate view, click on that, and then to pointer. And what happens, you'll notice that my material just shifted. I can show you again just more dramatically. So I go here, let's just say I want it to start, I want my file to start a bit lower down here. I can see where it is. I then go up here again, relocate view, and then to pointer, and it shifted the whole thing down. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to then set my materials. So I'm going to go to settings over here. It brings up this screen over here. And there's a whole bunch of materials listed over here. I have cardboard, so I know that cardboard is a natural material, so I click on natural. And then you'll see we already have a setting called cardboard ISK. If it was wood, I would then go under wood, and I have all sorts of wood options here, medium, hard, softwood. And you click the little plus button to see the drop-down menu of what there is. Let's say it's balsa, click on that. But in our case, we're going to cardboard, so we're going to go to cardboard ISK, click on that. Then we're going to choose material thickness. This cardboard is 3 millimeters, so we're going to make it 3.5, just to make it slightly thicker than the material, just in case there's any warping, to make sure we compensate for that. So 3.5. Then click apply, and OK. Once we've done that, we're back in this screen. We can then close the top, and it's not spring loaded, so make sure you follow it all the way through. Don't just drop it. And then we just hit the play button over here. Actually, sorry, before the hit play button, we got to go down to the extractor and turn on the extractor fan. And it looks like somebody turned it off like this. You'll hear a noise, it's quite loud. That means that it's extracting the fumes, so that's good. And then we hit the play button. And now we should see, if you look over here, you'll see the cut happening. And that's it. It's not going to cut nicely because you obviously just messed everything up in terms of not a very smooth.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's good.